I'm Matt.
I'm Kerry.
We are the Stagmer brothers of Baltimore Knife and Sword. We're going to be building some of your favorite weapons, and some weapons that you've never seen before.
This is Man-at-Arms, Reforged. On this episode of Man-at-Arms, we're going to have them compete to see who can make the better Tomahawk in under 2 hours.
You ready for this?
Bet I am.
Let's do it. It's gonna be tough going up against Ilya head to head. I'm gonna do something a little special and make Connor's Tomahawk from Assassin's Creed 3. Oh, it's on. The grinding on this axe blade is much more like sculpting. It's gonna take me a while, but it's really gonna pay off. Every piece of this axe has a bevel on it, all of it. So I gotta get on the inside here and continue that. I got my blade ground to shape, still at a rough grit. I'm gonna go ahead and get it heat treated. That way I'm not polishing it out twice.
I don't know what Matt is doing for his build, but I decided to take this challenge pretty seriously. I decided to make a traditional tomahawk closer to the one used in the movie The Patriot by Mel Gibson. Here I have my material selected. This is a piece of bloom steel left over from the last year's hammering. And this little treasure is a scrap piece left over from the Dante Rebellion episode. That blade was made out of Damascus. Let's start forging. I preheat the piece of Damascus and I forge out the bloom into the wrap. That is going to be the outside of my tomahawk, making the eye. This is a very dirty trick. This is Matt's special hammer. No one else besides him is allowed to use it. And now I bend the wrap over a swage block. I continue to bend the wrap until I can stick the Damascus bit in and weld it. I use the front of the anvil and the back of the anvil because I need a U shape instead of a C shape.
I can tell Ilya's been here. Not exactly the cleanest of blacksmiths. Using the flat dies in the screw press, I turn my round socket into an oval. Perfect. The axe socket in the game has 2 upper risers on either end of the socket. I do a little creative grinding on the edge of the contact wheel to create that look.
I slid the piece of Damascus into my wrap, and now I'm forge welding them together to make one uniform piece.
Dude, what the hell? Why are you using my hammer? You don't have enough of your own?
I use the tomahawk rift to shape the eye. That way, it will be perfect for the handle I conveniently found in Matt's drawer.
Alright, now it's time for me to make my back spike. I'm going to use the cutout from the inside of the axe blade and just use that as my back spike, but I gotta cut some of the excess off on the saw. So it's still a little too fat. I'll go ahead and grind my shape from here. It just saved me a little time doing some of the removal on the saw. Now I gotta go in and do some similar sculpting on the inside of this and get my edges ground, and I'll be ready to weld together.
Alright, with a little bit more than 45 minutes left, I decide to outsource some grinding labor to foreign employees.
Got a sneak peek at Ilya's Tomahawk. The back spike is, it's a little weird, so I'm gonna make mine really pointy and aggressive. that I got my blade fully sculpted and edged, it's time to go ahead and get this thing MIG welded onto the socket. Gotta be really careful to make sure I don't do it off angle or off center, or my whole piece will be thrown off. So you can see I'm not the best welder in the world, but I get the job done. It'll be good enough to blend from there.
I heat up the edge of the axe and quench it in oil. The edge goes first, that way that is the hardest part. And then I slowly submerge the rest of the axe. Next, I scrub off some of the blade, that way I can see the bare metal.
I'm going to stick it back in the forge and watch the colors fly from the eye to the edge. As soon as the edge becomes straw colored, I pull the tomahawk out and quench it again in oil. This process is called tempering, and what I'm doing is I'm bringing out the tomahawk from rock hard to around 57 Rockwell hardness. This is the handle I took out of Matt's drawer. He doesn't know about it, so I'm coloring it a little bit so he won't be able to tell the difference at first.
Ilya chose to use a pre-made tomahawk handle. I didn't want to go that route, so I decided to sand mine to shape by hand. Got a nice piece of oak that I'm going to make my handle out of. I started from a wide piece so that I can do that classic recurve handle that the tomahawk from Assassin's Creed has. I used the slack of the sander to round and smooth the edges on my handle. I got the handle rough sanded. Gotta sand through the grits as fast as I can. I only have about 10 minutes left. Got a lot of work to do, but I'll get it done. I'm burning in some tiger stripes into the handle. Got a little finishing to do, but this is pretty much done. Really happy with mine, and may the best man win. Ilya and I both worked our butts off to show you two very different techniques in making tomahawks, and I think we both did an awesome job.
Click here to subscribe or click here to watch more episodes.
Thanks for watching our Tomahawk Challenge. Be sure to tell us in the comments below who you think won. And remember, aim small, miss small when pounding that like button.